I turned 80 the other day. That means I was born in 1942. Now, in 1952, I was 10 years old and at a primary school in Germany. My father was in the British Army there. And I remember 6th of February 1952 when King George VI died. I've forgotten how we remarked it at school, but we certainly did. But then by fortuitous circumstances, by May 53, I was transferred back to England to attend a school where I actually stayed. And so in June 53, I was able to watch the coronation. Well, not the whole school, but those who couldn't go back to their parents were at the school, about 20 or 30 of us, crowded round a small black and white television to watch it. And I remember that very well indeed. 3 days holiday accompanied it. That was the best part of it. So there's a few bits of memorabilia to reflect on this. This is the first one, which I've borrowed from a friend, which I think, well, he thinks it's an original from 1953. So this is a very old item, 70 years or more. It's made of a funny plastic, which was prevalent at the time. And these would have been made by the millions in a long build-up from February 52 to June 53. There was a long build-up of getting more and more preparation for the Queen's coronation. And these would have been on the streets all over London and all over the other towns and villages around the country. So a nice little souvenir to remember that event by. In my collection, some 25 years later, the Queen had then celebrated a Silver Jubilee, and that I remember very well indeed, because I attended street parties and picked up two very nice items. This is one of them. It's a little memento for the Queen's Silver Jubilee in 1977. And it's a telescope, one of those telescopic toys, which I love. I've got a few other ones like this, but this is probably the favourite. It was certainly the first one I've come across. You stretch it out like that, and you pull it right the way back, and you look as though you're looking down the Mall from Admiralty Arch, straight up to Buckingham Palace, and this enormous procession of coaches is slowly making its way down to Westminster Abbey for the coronation. Wonderful souvenir, and then you close it up, it foreshortens and you can pack it away and put it away. Very simple, very simple. Now the best item for this year, for this time, and probably the best of my memorabilia, was this extraordinary vase here, which is a silhouette vase. There are only 500 of these made, and this is number 80 apparently. And there's two silhouettes here, one on each side, and we'll have a look at what they do. So there's two profiles to look at. On this side, in black, remember, not in white, there's the Queen's face, the Queen's profile, and this one is Prince Philip's face. When you rotate it, though, very slowly, it sort of morphs into something like a combined face, which isn't satisfactory. But when we reach halfway round, which is about there, now the two faces appear, but on the other side. So we should now see the Queen's face on this side and Philip's on this side of the thing. And that's by rotating 180 degrees. Let's do one more rotation. The half and half I find a little bit tricky because it's sort of half of one face, half the other. That's set up now for, as we started, Queen and Philip. And then one other thing to look for, those are static images you should be looking at. If we start rotating it gently round and round and round, this time concentrate on the lips, which is halfway down about here, and you should see some movement of the lips as if they're talking to each other. It's very slight, but it is there. I'll do a slightly faster rotation, see what happens there, but then I'll just slow it down again. And the lips are moving up and down as if they're having a conversation, which is a charming idea because they are facing each other, so they should be conversing. But you can lip read, no doubt. So this is my favourite item, I think, from that, and the two profiles are superb, especially when they're moving, as you've just seen. The last item to show is something I've received very recently, so this is probably even after the Gold Jubilee and the rest. It's a very, very nice tapestry of the Queen, which I can hang up on the wall. I think that's superb. It's very nicely coloured. I could actually have it either way, but it's a very, very nice little souvenir, but a very recently made one, so I think I'm well covered for remembering our dear Queen. And I shall look after all these with my life.